Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS who rule well. Peace, salutation, like Akim in the four corners, percent truth, sincerity. Peace be unto you, and Shalom. This is Micah chapter 3. It's like in Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Now, the so-called white man, he can't go to sleep unless he does some wickedness. All he thinks about is, wickedness, how he can start wickedness, keep wickedness going on. Reading on, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. The Most High, he gave certain lands to certain nations. Moab could have their own land. Ammon could have their own land. Philistines had their own land. The Egyptians. He gave all these nations their lands. However, when it comes to Esau, he feels entitled to take everybody's land. He's a proud man. That matter of fact, he doesn't keep at home. But that's also part of, matter of fact, let me go to Genesis. That's also part of the blessing that Isaac gave unto, Isaac gave unto Esau. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. So the fatness of the earth is the best parts of this earth. Esau is going to have it in his dominion. America was a very, very nice, beautiful land until Esau came over here, put concrete over here, and just completely just destroyed this earth. This is what Esau did. This is why Esau has to be completely eradicated. He was in a shut up in a prison, and set up in a cell, and he was let out to deceive the nations. And you see, that sentence didn't, wasn't enough to get him right. That deadly wound was healed, and he started going out and basically wreaking havoc on this earth. And he got a short time, so he's been ramping things up lately. So he has to be completely eradicated, because if you put him down, he's gonna come back out as just like Joker. Batman will always, beat Joker up and take him into the insane asylum instead of killing him. He don't believe in killing, so he'll put him in the insane asylum. And what does Joker do every time? He escapes. He gets right out. You can't. Batman is supposed to kill Joker. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of Esau once and for all. You read about that in Obadiah. I was about to say the first chapter, but it's only one chapter. In Obadiah, he's going to be exterminated. The only nation on this earth that is promised and prophesied to be completely eradicated off the face of this earth. There will be no remaining of the house of Esau. He covets these lands. He takes them, because your land contains precious resources and minerals. This is where a people is supposed to be at. It's your riches. So, you're supposed to have something for yourself, for your own nation. Esau took this nation, this not nation, this field over here, which is America. And guess what he did? He invited other nations over here. This is a big melting pot. He gives all type of incentives for other immigrants to come over here. Tax tax cuts and all types of stuff. But meanwhile, if if Issachar wants to, because certain parts of America belong to Issachar, like Arizona, certain parts of Texas. If Esau gets too close to this border and wants to cross it, Esau will have the nerve to say, "You can't come over here," call you illegal immigrant. Well, the only illegal immigrant is Esau. This land is not his to say who can and go in and out of it, because the world was given unto Jacob. You read about that in Second Esdras. This world was made for our sakes. You know, we allow certain other nations to share lands, but we're supposed to let other nations have their land as long as they're in compliance and everything. Reading on. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. What family? The house of Esau. Reading on. For which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. And that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation, to say, we be utterly spoiled. He hath changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away he hath divided our fields. You have one of the things that Esau do also, he'll take lands and he'll divide them up. North Korea, South Korea. Now guess what? They're fighting each other. They have beef, and they're the exact same nation. Verse 5. Therefore thou shalt have none that shall cast a cord by lot in the congregation of Yahweh. Prophesy ye not, say they to them that prophesy, they shall not prophesy to them, that they shall not take shame. Verse 7. O thou that art named the house of Jacob, is the spirit of Yahweh straitened? Are these his doings? Do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly? Even of late my people is risen up as an enemy. Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely, as men averse from war. And now Jake does have wicked ways, but being around Esau, we've picked up even more wicked ways. That's why we got to, Scripture says, you know, he sends us forth uh, as a sheep in the midst of wolves, and we gotta not take on these characteristics. We gotta, be separate. We're a holy people. But also, we're serving out our prison sentence. And we're on the last, term, last years of our prison sentence, and we're waiting to, be released. And guess what? When we get released, you got Micah 5:8. We're gonna basically start slaying and killing a lot of these other nations. The ones that took crafty counsel against thy people in Psalms, the 83rd chapter, the other nations. So they got to be able to. They have to pay for the things that they done. You know, Revelations chapter 13, and I believe verse 9. About to jump to Revelations 13, verse 9. If any man hath an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, Esau's blessing was the sword, yes, but you had also other nations that led us into captivity. And guess what? They got to go into captivity too. Somebody got to build up our kingdom, and it has to be slaves. Slaves are going to be the ones that's going to be building up, our kingdom. Every kingdom needs slaves and servants. And that's a ruling class mentality. If you got a ruling mentality, you want to have slaves. You looking forward to that. You're not thinking about yourself like, oh no, I don't want to enslave no Edomites. No, I want to enslave all these other nations. This is the patience and the faith of the saints. That's what they waiting for. They waiting for revenge. When you are a king and something happens to you, you looking for revenge, and you know who the ones that did it. So these other nations, they're gonna. It's not gonna take much to get them in line, because they're going to know that that the Most High, dwelleth in Zion. That the Most High chose Israel. They're still going to get their butts whooped and hit upside the head and force their slavery. But afterwards, after 1,000 years is up, the other nations they're going to get their land back. But guess who doesn't get their land back? Esau. You don't need land if you exterminated, do you? On that note, I give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Hakwadash. That belongs to Elder GMS well. Peace, salutations, and shalom.